Ever wonder if your cat is secretly judging you when you forget their dinner? Today, we are fixing that by finding the absolute best automatic cat feeders out there. So I have been testing a whole bunch of automatic feeders to see which ones actually make our lives easier and which ones are just expensive plastic. We are counting down from 6 to 1. Let me explain what works, what definitely does not, and which feeder you should actually trust with your cat's most important time of the day. 6. PETLIBRO Automatic Cat Feeder. I tested both their standard version and the much talked about polar refrigerated model. I mean, the idea of a mini fridge for wet food sounds amazing on paper, right? We all know how picky cats can get if their wet food sits out for more than 20 minutes. The standard space or air models have a pretty sleek design. They look like little futuristic pods sitting in your kitchen. They feature a decent sealing mechanism to keep the dry kibble fresh, which is obviously important. You just pour the food in, set the schedule, and theoretically, you can walk away. Then there is the polar refrigerated version, which uses semiconductor cooling to keep wet food fresh for up to 3 days. It has this rotating dish inside. You portion out the wet food, and the feeder spins to expose a new compartment when it is time to eat. It is a very ambitious concept for those of us trying to manage complex feeding routines. But here's where the reality sets in. During my testing, the standard model's app connectivity was just incredibly spotty. I mean, it would randomly disconnect from the Wi-Fi, meaning I would get these mini panic attacks wondering if my cat actually got fed. And with the refrigerated model, the cooling fan is surprisingly loud. If you live in a smaller space, you're definitely going to hear this thing humming away all night. 5. Oneisall Automatic Cat Feeder. They offer a few variations, but I focused on the models that feature dual power supplies and Wi-Fi capabilities. It is a very popular brand, so I wanted to see if it actually lives up to the thousands of reviews you see floating around online. The core feature here is the 5G Wi-Fi connection, which is supposed to let you control the portion sizes and schedule directly from your phone. It also has a voice recording feature, so you can call your cat to dinner with a 10-second clip of your own voice. I mean, that is a fun little addition to make them feel like you are actually there. It holds a decent amount of dry food, and the stainless steel bowl is a nice touch because it helps prevent that dreaded feline acne. You just pop the bowl out, wash it, and put it back. The lid also has a locking mechanism that is designed to keep those super smart food-motivated cats from breaking in and having a midnight feast. However, the actual daily experience was pretty frustrating. The app you have to use feels really clunky and outdated. I found myself having to press the same buttons 3 times just to get a manual feed to drop. Plus, while the lid locks, the base itself is relatively lightweight. Number 4. PETKIT Automatic Cat Dog Feeder. Specifically, I looked at their YumShare model with the built-in camera, and let me tell you, this is where things start getting really interesting. If you want to actually see what your cat is doing while you are at work, this is the one. The standout feature is obviously that 1080p HD camera with night vision. I spend a lot of time analyzing cat behavior and testing out those famous cat myths, so being able to casually watch them interact with the feeder is fascinating. The camera uses AI to motion capture their feeding times, automatically saving little video clips to your phone. Another huge plus is the dual hopper system. This means the feeder has 2 separate compartments for food. If you have 2 cats on different diets, or if you just want to mix a specialty kibble with their regular food, you can program exactly how much dispenses from each side. I mean, the level of customization here is fantastic. The two-way audio is crystal clear too. Instead of a grainy, pre-recorded loop, you can actually open the app and talk to them live. It has a solid, heavy base that will not get knocked over, and a quadruple fresh lock system that legitimately keeps the food from going stale. It feels like a premium piece of hardware. Bottom line, the PETKIT is a massive step up. The app works flawlessly, the camera is incredibly sharp, and the dual food options give you so much flexibility. Number 3, the Pawsync automatic cat feeder. At first glance, it looks like your standard smart feeder, but it has a secret weapon hidden inside that totally changes the game. This feeder is essentially a personal nutritionist for your cat. Here's what matters. The Pawsync has a Wi-Fi smart scale built directly into the base of the food bowl. It doesn't just guess how much food dropped, it tracks exactly how many grams your cat actually ate, down to the ounce. It syncs all this data in real time straight to your phone. This means you get a weekly health report showing their eating trends. If you've ever wondered if your cat is secretly stressed or just not feeling well, tracking their exact food intake is one of the best indicators. The app will actually send you an alert if it notices your cat is eating significantly less than usual. I mean, that feature alone is incredible for catching health issues early. Physically, it holds 3.6 liters of food, which easily lasts a few weeks. It uses a jam-fix technology where the internal rotor reverses if a piece of kibble gets stuck, so it never clogs. And just like the premium models, it features a heavy-duty 304 food-grade stainless steel bowl that is a breeze to clean. The verdict on the Pawsync? It is brilliant. If you have a cat on a strict diet, or if you just want hard data on their eating habits, you cannot beat that built-in scale. 2. PETULTRA automatic cat feeder. This model takes a slightly different approach. It strips away the Wi-Fi, the cameras, and the apps, and focuses entirely on being an absolute, unbreakable workhorse. Sometimes simpler really is better. The PETULTRA features a 4-liter capacity and operates purely on a digital timer located right on the front panel. You can program up to 6 meals a day with up to 20 portions per meal. You just use the buttons to set the clock, choose the feeding times, and you are completely done. No apps to update, no routers to reboot. The design incorporates a wide-angle slope inside the food passage alongside a double rotor. What that means is it simply does not clog. I tested it with different sizes of kibble, and every single time, the food slid out smoothly and accurately. You know, it is just incredibly satisfying when a product does exactly what it says it will do without any fuss. It also has a dual power supply running on an AC adapter with battery backup. If your power goes out, the internal memory keeps the schedule saved, and the batteries ensure your cat still gets fed. Plus, the entire unit is fully detachable. You can pull the hopper and the bowl apart in seconds and wash them right in the sink. It is the most reliable, programmable feeder I have tested. By removing the smart tech, they removed all the potential failure points. Gardner Pet Automatic Gravity Cat Food Feeder. Now I know what you were thinking. Wait, a gravity feeder beat out all the high-tech gadgets? Yes. Let me explain exactly why this 2-in-1 setup is the ultimate winner. First off, this thing is massive in the best way possible. It holds 3 liters of water on one side and roughly 3 liters of dry food on the other. It is entirely powered by gravity. There are no motors to burn out, no screens to break, and absolutely zero electronics to fail while you are out of town. The build quality is just exceptional. Both the food and water are delivered into high-quality, heavy-duty stainless steel bowls. The water dispenser has this really clever spiral spring valve that perfectly maintains the water level without ever overflowing. And the base of the water bowl can actually be rotated 180 degrees to fit whatever weird corner you need to place it in. We spend so much time analyzing our cats, exploring popular myths, and wondering if they can sense our emotions. But the one undeniable truth is they always know when they are hungry and thirsty. This Gardner pet system ensures they are literally never without fresh food and water. It is practically impossible for this thing to jam because the large food outlet just lets gravity do the work naturally. The final verdict? The Gardner Pet Gravity Feeder gives you the ultimate peace of mind. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.